quite unusual. I get sometimes I'll be lying in bed and I'll hear it ringing at 3 a.m. and I'll know Paul's not sleeping. And
how about Undertaker Fred? Is he gone?
Gone many years now. I went and sang at his funeral.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he died several years ago. Sam Hawk died within the last year.
Oh, because I saw Sam at your CD release party. Boy, he was a great guy, too.
Yeah, he was standing in his driveway last December 26th, and the lights went out. Boom, over, gone, dead.
Oh, isn't that a good way to go?
It's the way he would have preferred, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I'd sign me up for that, too. That's a better way to go than some of this other bull butter that they got. Well, you've made a lot of friends over the years, Tom, haven't you? On radio and...
Bull butter. Yeah, I've made a lot of friends, and it's a little bit odd because, maybe you don't know, when it's a one-way street and you're in someone's bedroom or in their car night after night after night after night after night, but after a while they know you better than your own family knows you, but you don't get to know them. So it gets a little weird when the invitation comes to go to the kid's baptism and you've never met them and they think, sure, we hung out for years together. Well, you did. I didn't get to know you that well. So it's always, radio is a weird one-way street. It's intimate without being intimate.
Yeah, you've done a wonderful job at it, and I know you'll continue to do it, and more people will be able to listen across the world because of the platform in which we're doing this. And so I want to thank you for allowing me and the Dutchman and Wally and all these other guys to make calls to you and take us and listen and give us a little bit of rope.
Hey, Carl, who's Wally?
Wally? He's one of the guys here, runs equipment. You ever talk to him? Wally, get on the microphone, Wally. Wally? Can you get on the microphone? He wants to talk to Mischke, who'd never heard you before.
Oh.
So go ahead, you tell him.
Hello.
That's Wally?
Yeah, hi, Tommy. How are you?
Good, Wally.
What's this? He's got
he
smirking here, I think.
I told him that the people are here, and the Dutchman and Wally.
Well, I just try to figure out what's really going on,
He doesn't know that you really exist.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. No, Tommy, I listened to you, I guess
so
a lot.
Wally is real.
A lot over the years, yep.
Well, wait, weren't we talking to him at Fury Motors for the rally?
Out at Lake Elmo.
And you told him what? What did he tell you about?
What about the podcast?
Future?
Well, I met you at in Lake Elmo at the Fury grand opening or something, whatever that was, and you had just started the podcast with the City Pages deal, and I remember you saying that you really think this is a future, but you thought it was the future for you. I mean, at least that's what I took from the conversation because you like the freedom. The freedom.
I thought back then,
yeah,
it was, and I was a little early. I'm not going to be nearly as bold anymore. Going into this thing, I got my eyes wide open, and we'll see if this thing works or not. I'm going to have fun with it, but if a year from now it doesn't exist, you folks will know why. Because
you got to have a mechanism, Tom, for people to call you or you to call people because your listeners, there is
no mechanism for that.
Sure,
do you have a mechanism for that?
Call a telephone.
No, there's no mechanism for calling and podcast. You know what percentage of Tom Bernard's listeners listen live? It's a fraction of a fraction. That's why he only gets the one call from a guy named Mike every time I'm on there. You can't live off phone calls on podcasts. It's a pre-recorded thing, even if you're trying to do it live.
Well, you see, they've tweeted out for people to me when I'm in the studio, and people call because of the tweets. So
who screens them?
They just come right through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is that a good part of the show? And I don't mean a time-killing part. Is that an entertaining and worthwhile part of the show?
I don't know. Listen to a couple of them. One of the gals called about yoga pants, and we talked about yoga pants being a fashion.
What did she say about them? I'd be curious.
Well, she called in to tell me that they would be a good thing and that people can wear them, but then she agreed with me that some people shouldn't wear them And my point was, if you're coming from yoga and you're doing something, sure. But when you're going out to Disney World or those kinds of things, you don't wear yoga pants.
Well, Carl, you're making it work. If you're getting the calls, you're making it work. That is.
Well, they leave me messages too.
Carl, pet therapy too. There were a lot of calls.
Yeah, we did that pet therapy one
therapist
live. So during the time slot. So we do get calls.
Was this a pet psychic?
No, he's a therapist. He talks to families about what's wrong with their dog. It's really foolish to me, but apparently it's all the rage. And if you've got a dog...
Well, I think I shot myself in the foot on this call-in thing by doing a road show. My show's going to be from all over the place, and that's going to torpedo. I mean, I'd have to have a walkie-talkie or something.
Yeah,
I don't see how that's going to work. But I am going to talk to people. Obviously, you go out, and it's not me talking to myself. I got to find the people I talk to. So instead of the callers coming to me, I go out to them.
I love it, Tom. It's going to be a wonderful deal, and I'm so glad you spent the last hour with us talking about your road show and the past and the future, and I sure appreciate it, and a lot of people out there love you. So keep
thanks,
up.
Carl. I've enjoyed
work.
talking to you. Sorry it was so difficult tracking me down.
No, yeah, listen, it's like you got to get a hard lead, and then you keep calling, and all I got's time, so it works for me.
Okay, well, we'll do it again sometime. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd love to maybe jump in the car and be on your road show. I got a grandson that's got a place down in Kansas City. I'll go down.
Nice, very nice.
Stay with him and
right,
get you a job.
I appreciate it.
Okay, toodaloo.
Toodaloo now.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's your late-night radio road hazard. From the dark, muddy ditches of Highway 61, it's the Mischke broadcast on AM 1500 KSTP.
Okay. Hi, Jimmy.
Yes, hi. Hi, Mr. Mischke. Jimmy, I called maybe a couple weeks ago, and I was a guy that thought I was getting followed. Do you remember me?
Yes, I do, Jim.
Yes. Well, I said I would see you at the Christmas party, but I didn't. And because I didn't see you.
Well, I was there.
Yes. And wasn't that a nice, what they had, the lobster and everything? What I wanted to know was...
Using your intelligence, try to decipher the riddle. There are two cars driving on the highway. Both same speed, both same color, both same model. The car on the left, both traveling at the exact same speed at the exact same moment. Which one holds the puzzler?
Newsflash! Stop the press!
Extra, extra, read all about it! Extra, extra!
Favorite headline of the day, ladies and gentlemen, comes from the St. Paul paper. Here it is. Despite homicides, Minnesota healthy in 96. What's to fit in? I mean, is there a typical caller to my show?
Well, yeah, you have some pretty bizarre callers. You really do. More than any other talk show that I hear on the radio. And I don't know what that says about you or what it says about the hour you're on or I don't know what, but...
Oh. Hello, Carl Franklin.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Mischke. Hello, how are you?
Fine. It's rare that someone calls and gives their first and last name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's great. I appreciate that. Often we find people who just give their first name, but I kind of like the novelty of knowing that Carl Franklin is calling.
I'm a more personable type person, see?
What were you going to say, Clyde?
After that last hour, I am demanding first and last names.
Oh, you're demanding first
and
last...
telephone numbers.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
should
welcome.
I give you mine?
Huh?
Should I give you mine for...
No.
Huh?
No, you don't have to give me your number. I just want to say, is this the first time you've called?
No, I called, I sang you a song when you asked for Christmas songs, I think.
Sure enough.
You remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Mischke. I enjoy listening to you, and I had a question.
Yes, sir.
Well, my grandson is looking to get into the radio business, and I was just wondering how you got into it. He's a pretty funny kid, and he went to school and everything. He learned everything about it.
Yeah. How old a fella?
I believe he's drinking age. I know that.
Well, that's a good start. Right there, to be able to drink.
Is there any openings over there at KSTP? It's been
Hubbard's aren't advertising that they're looking for drinkers. I know that. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, so did he go to Brown Institute?
Yes, he did, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake.
Was it?
No, I'm kidding. I just like to tweak the guys over there. I have all the respect in the world for that institution because it's where Bob Lang teaches, and Bob Lang's the best, so that's swell. I happen to slip in the back door. I don't know how to tell someone to come in the back door, though, because I didn't see anyone else slip in that way.
How did you, did you work?
I was just a friend of Don Vogel's, and he invited me on his program, and the rest is history.
Oh, isn't it a nice station?
Well, it sure is.
Because of the Hubbards, they're so nice.
They are nice. They're very nice. In fact, I can say, without purposely trying to sound like a brown noser, I know it comes across this way, but the reason that I'm so happy here is I do not believe there is a radio station in America that would give me the freedom they give me here. I don't know that people out there necessarily see that as a good thing, but if you're the host of a show, it is imperative, at least for me, and they give me a lot of rope, and occasionally I hang myself, but they give me a lot of rope, and I'm forever grateful for that. Vogel.
Dope? What? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Franklin.
I think something's wrong. Let me switch the phone to my other ear. I can't hear. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. I got number. It was ringing my ear.
It is the Munsters, isn't it? It's the Flamin' Munsters. Welcome to the Mischke broadcast, AM 1500 KSTP. 646-8255 is the number here if you care to call. 646-TALK. 1-800-962-0792. Marilyn! Marilyn! Marilyn!
Mischke.
Yeah, Mr. Franklin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Mr. Franklin. I don't know what happened there at the end, but things were going swimmingly in my mind.
Well, he needed to change the phone to the other ear, and
Well, and maybe you can change the show to another road. What did you want to talk about?
Well,